got prettied up today. This is what people see first, right? The face. We spend so much time trying to make the outside look good, our appearance, our packaging. But let's be honest. How many of us feel ugly on the inside? And not just a little insecure. I mean, drained, depleted, disgusted with ourselves. We walk around with perfect eyeliner and a soul that's screaming for help. And here's what's wild. That kind of ugly, it's not even about looks. It's about feeling like you don't belong in your own skin, like you're a fraud, a failure, a mess, maybe even a lost cause. You know what feeling ugly on the inside actually looks like? Waking up exhausted, even after 8 hours of sleep, because your soul is tired. Avoiding eye contact with yourself in the mirror because you don't even recognize the person staring back at you. That wave of anxiety right after you smile at someone because you wonder if they'd still like you, if they really knew you. Drinking because you don't know how to just be with yourself. Sober, alone, unnumbed, feeling like a shell of yourself, like you lost something along the way, but you can't even pinpoint when that happened. And here's the scary part. When we feel ugly on the inside, our body starts to believe it. Stress becomes sickness. That anxiety, it turns into chronic fatigue, inflammation, headaches. Your body is literally screaming at you to pay attention. And all that shame, it drains your energy. You know how exhausting it is to constantly feel like you're not really enough, like you have to perform just to be worthy. And then the guilt literally poisons you, especially if you're drinking or numbing in secret. That feeling of being a fraud, like hiding your struggles, pretending you're fine. That stuff rots you from the inside out. The loneliness itself, that turns toxic. We push people away, we isolate, we tell ourselves that people don't really care. So then what do? Reach for another drink, another distraction, another way to check out. And that all leads to that negative spiral, which is that cycle that nobody talks about. You feel like crap inside, so you look for an escape. That escape gives you temporary relief, but then the shame kicks in. And that shame just makes you feel worse. So you do it again. And that cycle just repeats itself on automatic loop over and over and over. And the next thing you know, you're living in this constant state of, I'll start tomorrow. I'll do better tomorrow. But tomorrow never actually comes. Here's the thing, that downward spiral, it's not permanent. You can step off that crazy train anytime you want. You can rewrite your story. And let me tell you how. You want to know what a real glow up is? That's an inside job. Not the concealer, not the contour, not the highlighter. It's an inside job. It's when you start living in a way you're proud of. That's in alignment. Your head and your heart aren't fighting all the time. You have total alignment. That's when you glow from the inside out. You wake up with a clear mind and a guilt-free heart. You stop needing external validation to feel like you matter. Your energy is no longer being drained by self-hatred, regret, secrecy. You begin to trust yourself again. That's when the glow up happens because people start to notice. They say, wow, you look different. You seem lighter. Because you are. So tell me something. If the makeup, the nice clothes, the filters, the alcohol, if all that disappeared tomorrow, would you still like who you are? And if the answer is no, what are you willing to do about it? Here's 3 things you can do right now. Number 1, tell yourself the truth. Write down what you're feeling. No sugarcoating. Write down exactly how you're feeling and what's really making you feel ugly inside. Number 2, do one thing today that nurtures your soul. Meditate. Go for a walk, get in nature, have a real conversation face to face with someone. Start feeding yourself the energy that you actually need. Number 3, decide what's no longer serving you and let it go. That relationship, that habit, that excuse, make a choice today that your future self will thank you for. Remember, true beauty isn't found in the mirror. It's found in the way you feel about yourself when nobody's watching. Be so at peace with yourself that it radiates. But if you're drinking every day, you'll never find it because alcohol doesn't add beauty, it buries it. This isn't just another self-love message. It's a shake you awake message. So now that I've got your attention, let's continue this momentum. Grab some of my free resources below the description of the video and let the real glow up begin.